welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's video is Yes, I've Seen All Good People. Since we did that Yes, I guess a few months ago actually, I can put the link. That's our only Yes song that we've done on this channel. We've been wanting to do more of that, but today we got a chance to finally do it, and we are very excited. This song, as I see in the title, has two sections, I think, because it says A and B. So I'm excited to kind of like explore that. Obviously, with progressive rock songs, it usually feels like more than one section, and like it kind of like it reminds me of a little bit of classical music because there's like different movements in like a piece in classical music, so kind of like reminds me of that. And I'm curious to see how these sections kind of like are different or similar, or how they're related to each other.
I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied I'm on my way. I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied I'm on my way. Take a straight and stronger course to the corner of your life. Make the white queen run so fast, she hasn't got time to make you a wife. 'Cause it's time in time with your time, and this news is captured. Use me anytime you want. Just remember that the goal is for us all to capture all we want. Don't surround yourself with yourself. Move on back to squares. Send an instant comment to me. Initial it with loving care yourself. 'Cause it's time in time with your time, and this news is captured for the queen to use.
This bit here, I was gonna say there was no place to pause that. It's just like a cadence, first of all, so that's my first comment. It just feels like it's always going and going. But before that, I guess like it sounds like a recorder, like a kind of a flute started. Before that, I was thinking to talk about how it feels kind of like a folk-ish song because of how the guitar is shaped and the guitar melodies. I don't want to like judge the harmony like without looking at the music because I'm not that good, but I think it was not a major or minor like scale that they were using. It felt like a mode that they were using. I don't know if I'm right or wrong though. So that kind of gave me that feel of like kind of like folkish. And then they started the flute, and it really gave me kind of like these, I don't know, maybe like Ireland. It gave me kind of like an Irish vibe, or like Scottish. I know that sounds really bad because I know probably so many difference between these two countries, but I don't remember. But it's like I remember these kind of movies that it's just like the scenery of that area. It's just so unique and distinct, and then the sound of that flute just kind of like suddenly reminded me of that. I don't know if they actually meant for that or not, but it reminded me of that kind of like very folkish and kind of like tribal music. Like it feels like there's like a little village, and these guys are like going to the war, and that's why that drum thing, it was just like playing like that because they were like marching or going somewhere, and they're just singing and like playing, but they're just very focused on doing something. So it also had that element for me.
Yeah, from the beginning, for me, the
only vocal part that without the instrument. It was so rhythmical, and I was just counting like this, and I was expecting, it didn't felt like there's no instrument behind it, because I could really hear the drums and everything. And then, because it was like this for me, I was expecting to start to the music to start like really like fast, and like with a drum, and then just go with like ta ta ta, like crazy, a little more crazy. And then as the guitar came and it was very sweet and slow, my whole rhythm balance was completely, I was like, oh, I did not expect that, because it was slower and so softer than I thought it would be. And I have to say that I really, really love how rhythmical the whole thing is, because the guitar and the drums are just playing like the normal and non-changing stuff. They're just like more repeating something. But the singing part and the vocal part is so rhythmical. I can really imagine that they have a rhythm, the practices that we have, like for the rhythm stuff, that we have like classes and we have to just sing the rhythm. um, I could really imagine that there is a line like a rhythm, and they are like singing the rhythm, because first of all it had so much variety. Like there was different kind of rhythmic figures, and they were like repeating one or two figures, every figure like a couple times. And also I think one thing that helped to get your focus completely on the rhythm and make the rhythm very important was this almost monotone notes that they were singing. Sometimes they would sing every word and every rhythm with just one note, and without any intervals, without any like going to the other notes. Or if they would go like is one or two notes during one whole sentence or something. And this kind of same notes, repeating same notes, was helping your ear to just take your focus on the rhythm. And it was so interesting. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's get to this part of the lyrics, which were interesting actually.
For the queen to use. Don't surround yourself with yourself. Move on back to squares. Send an instant karma to me. Initially, we're loving yourself. 'Cause it's time in time with your time, and this news is captured for the queen to use.
Let's just wait here. I just want to talk about, I think actually the second part started right now. I love that kind of like sneakiness of the organ, that it kind of like transitioned in so beautifully, but also it was very subtle. But then you just suddenly started hearing the organ, and then that epic sound. I don't know how to even describe when I hear like organ like that. It's just like so dramatic and so epic. And I love that. Like the instrumentation here, it's so interesting. I love that drum beat, which is like so steady and just plays like on certain beats. And then obviously there's like so many vocal harmonies, and then guitar, and then suddenly organ. I don't know. It's just like so interesting to have like these combination of them, but also I mean, you can have these instruments, but the way that they use the role of each of them was very interesting. Like because like the drum, for example, had just very minimal things. It's just was kind of like, again, it reminded me of these guys like walking or doing something, like going somewhere, and then the organ suddenly starts. So we arrived somewhere. It just felt like kind of like a closure.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole time I was really imagining myself sitting in a class, and the teacher is making a dictation exam, because when you study music, there are some classes called ear training in the university, and one of the things that you have to do in these classes is music, or like music dictation or like rhythmic dictation. And this drum, and the teacher does like gives you a pulse like that, and then a rhythm line would be played, and you have to write the rhythm. And this drum thing that was like that, it was exactly like the teacher is giving you the pulse, and then the singing part was the rhythmic part that you had to write. And I have to say that it had like the most of the things that you have to know and write in the dictation. It had like dotted notes, it had like I don't know, triolet notes, or everything that a good rhythm line for the exam should has. And I was just amazed how cool it sounds like, and how, what a great idea to just, I'm sure they thought about it. They were like, okay, let's make it more rhythmical. And they I think they purposely also limited the frequencies that they were using, or the change of the notes that they were using, to just make this rhythm bold. And as you said, yeah, the organ, it's so funny, because before we start this channel, I never thought that organ has such a big role and plays a very big role in the non-classical music. Because even in the classical music, it's just for an era. It's not like you use it the whole time. It's just for church music and for such a specific era. And now we hear in so many music, other music, like the organ, and I'm like, oh my god, I never realized that. And until now, before the organ, it was exactly like, I don't know, like 40 50 people are like singing something together and like going somewhere, maybe as you said, for a war, or I don't know, somewhere, doing it doesn't feel like a war, but like doing something together. I don't know, a social event that they are doing something together and singing something. And then the camera would, like, as the organ comes, it's like the camera is just taking this scene from the top, and then just goes and goes, and you can see all those people from the top. And then it's like you can see the big thing from far away. And that's, feels you that, oh my god, that's a massive number of people, and it feels like so epic and stuff. And as the organ was the volume was getting higher and higher, it feels like the camera was getting more far away. And I love the idea that suddenly they put the organ so much louder, like the balance was so interesting, to just put it just so much more. It's like a big sound, and every other thing went to like a side, and the main character became the organ. It's interesting. I really like the song.
Yeah, let's go a little back, maybe from the police that organ. So because I want to hear the transition to get to the second part.
Wow, so interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, first of all, the like last seconds before the second part starts, I have to say my heart was completely in here because they built a very, very, like for a couple seconds, like a very big tension that you could not just breathe. And then the second part started. It was such a huge tension.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part was exactly what I was waiting for and expected as the intro started. I exactly in my imagination was like exactly something like this would start after that intro. And now I got the thing in the second part. The second part was completely, you know, had a completely different vibe with the piano, and like it was more like, I don't know, not like jazz, but ragtime. I think I'm not sure if I say it correct, but there is some genre in my ear, and it was exactly like that. I think ragtime is the
Mm-hmm.
correct name for it. And I really loved how playful and like joyful the piano was, and the idea that they had to just take the drums and the things that gives the song structure and like keep it together. They just moved it away in like a couple in like the very end of it, and it was just organ, which is also like a melodic, not a rhythmic but a melodic long instrument with the vocals that were exactly again like very melodic and very long notes. And it was like, oh, so that was the whole time that you had this feeling was the drums. And it makes you really think that how, I mean, it made me think that how would every song sound if you take drums out, because I think it's so underrated, but drums makes completely the whole vibe of the song completely different. And also not if you have the drum and not have the drums, or if you change the rhythms of the drums, it completely changes the song. And it's such an interesting and big I don't know, responsibility or thing that the drummers have in the band.
That's true. I was gonna say that the drum being kind of like the center part of the second part made such a difference, and I think that like having that piano, like instrumentation, didn't change that much except for like the piano, but the way that they used it, the roles changed definitely. And then, as you said, that made a huge. It's just completely changed the song. So I was trying to figure out the relationship between the first section and second section. I know that structure-wise, they used the first verse, not even the first, like the first phrase that they sang in the first part, and then they just kept repeating that. So I was also trying to make like a relationship between like the storylines between these two, like how you interpret that, or why did they do that, or like the storyline that we kind of like started imagining like a bunch of people going to, like as you said, like a social gathering or like doing something together. So what is the second part, or if are they like not that much, I don't know. I was just trying to figure that out, and I think that just phrase repeating in the second line, it really feels kind of hypnotic. It just because it just repeated and repeated and repeated, and not until like it was only the last like minute or two that they even started like going like steps down 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 when singing, like the melody and the singing. But other than that, everything I think just stayed the same, like with the words and melody, and obviously the instrumentation was changing so quickly. So I want to say hypnotic, but at the same time, because there was so many playfulness in the instruments, I didn't get that hypnotic feel, but the lyrics were doing that to me. So I don't know how to feel about the second section and how to relate that to the first section, because I was like, maybe you're asleep but then you wake up, but it doesn't really make sense to me. That first part didn't feel like a dreamy vibe to me. Actually, if anything, the first part felt more real and more clear, and not at all like I don't know, like it felt so like in this world. And then the second part actually felt like there's something that is just you see in your dreams. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just open to interpretation for me as of now. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I'm sure like there is I'm sure there's like a strong inspiration for them to do that, but I can't quite feel that. Like I can get it. That's what I mean. I mean, I love that. I love when there's like a contrasting sections in a song, but I'm just kind of annoyed that I can't figure it out exactly by myself. So I might have to go check it out. But that aside, I'm just gonna like leave that. Maybe I'll read your comments if maybe I figure out something, or I'll look it up. But I also want to talk about the lyrics a little bit, because I feel like one of the good things about this band, based on the two songs I've been listening to, everything is clear, even though there's like so many textures going on, or like the vocals are stacked at times. There's just so many layers to it, but still there is some clarity into it, which I really appreciate. So I feel like it was like semi easy to follow the lyrics or like understand the words. And I love that in the first one. I mean, again, like the entire meaning, I gotta go like read it a few more times. But I love that there was some references to, I feel like, chess, right? Because he was talking about the queen and then moving 2 squares ahead and being in a black square. So that, I'm pretty sure it's a metaphor. And then there was some places, obviously the first verse, and then the last part about I've seen all good people, that is also like the title. I am trying to again make a story out of the things that I heard. I'm still like not getting the whole gist of the song, which makes me like this song even more because it makes me think a little too much. So I don't know. I think I gotta go like read the lyrics. I feel like there is like so many layers to it just based on like a little bit that we heard. But I don't want to like make a conclusion out of the lyrics about like what they are about or like what they mean. So I just wanted to like point it out that they're so like intriguing to me. But obviously, I cannot just make something up about what I heard. So that's definitely, again, like the whole thing is just open to interpretation. I'm gonna go think about it and listen to it a bunch more, and hopefully I'm gonna figure something out, and worst case I'm gonna look it up. But anyway, I feel like that was such a cool journey into the second song of Yes that we did on this channel. This band is just full of mystery to me, I feel like, because still I cannot pinpoint like what their sound is about, because we haven't heard that much about them. But every song that we hear, I feel like we are getting into a maze. If you remember the first song that we heard, Roundabout, it was also about like they were driving somewhere, and then it was kind of like describing, but then not everything was so like clear, like lyric wise to me. So it's just like a little bit mysterious and intriguing, which I like. So that makes me want to listen to more of their songs. So again, if any other suggestions, you guys, please let us know in the comments, and let us know what you think about this song, or if you have any help for us to understand the lyrics a little better, we would appreciate it a lot. But don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel as well. If you want to support us more, there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.